Something strange is happening in our world. We live in the most advanced age in human history. Humanity has mapped the human genome, built machines that can land on Mars, and connected billions of people across the globe in an instant. Every single one of us carries in our pocket a device that can access nearly all recorded knowledge within seconds. By all logic, this should be the age of wisdom. And yet, instead of celebrating intelligence, we glorify stupidity. Instead of rewarding depth, we reward shallowness. Instead of valuing truth, we value whatever gets the most clicks. The people who scream the loudest, act the most ridiculous, or put on the biggest spectacle often rise to the top, while thoughtful voices, careful research, and genuine wisdom are drowned out in the noise. A viral prank gets millions of views overnight, while someone explaining a life-changing idea struggles to break a few hundred. This is the paradox of the modern world. With endless knowledge at our fingertips, ignorance has somehow become fashionable. And the question we need to ask is simple. Why? We often think ignorance is caused by a lack of access to information. That might have been true hundreds of years ago, when only a small part of the population could read, or when books were rare and expensive. But today, ignorance doesn't come from scarcity. It comes from overload. We are drowning in information. Every day, we scroll through headlines, posts, comments, videos, and opinions. The problem isn't that we don't have knowledge. The problem is that most of what reaches us is shallow, exaggerated, or designed only to grab our attention. Wisdom takes time. It requires silence, reflection, patience. But in a world of constant notifications, who has the patience to sit with a difficult book or wrestle with a complex idea? It's easier to laugh at a silly clip than to question what it says about us. And so, in the so-called information age, stupidity doesn't just survive, it thrives. Human beings are wired to seek pleasure, to chase what feels good in the moment, and the modern world has learned to exploit that instinct better than ever before. Deep conversations, complex ideas, or carefully researched knowledge rarely go viral. They demand attention, effort, and focus, but a quick laugh, a flashy stunt, a dramatic meltdown, that's easy. That's instant gratification. Think about what dominates our screens. Reality shows where conflict is manufactured for ratings, viral videos where people risk injury for a few seconds of fame, endless trends that mean nothing but spread everywhere. The truth is, stupidity is entertaining. It gives us something to point at, to laugh at, to mock, or to imitate. Meanwhile, intelligence often feels heavy. It forces us to think, to question, to confront uncomfortable truths. And in a world addicted to distraction, that's a hard sell. So the spotlight shifts. The empty and absurd is pushed forward. The meaningful and profound is pushed aside. And little by little, entertainment replaces substance. There's another reason stupidity spreads so easily. It feels accessible. Genuine intelligence can be intimidating. Reading philosophy, understanding science, or analyzing history requires effort. It reminds us of how much we don't know. Wisdom asks for humility, patience, and discipline, qualities not everyone is willing to cultivate. But stupidity? That feels welcoming. Anyone can join a silly challenge. Anyone can laugh at a mindless joke. Anyone can copy a trend without needing knowledge or skill. It creates the illusion that we're all in this together. A giant global inside joke. And that sense of belonging is powerful. People would rather fit in with foolishness than risk being left out by pursuing something deeper. So instead of raising the bar, society lowers it. Instead of aspiring upward, we sink into the comfort of mediocrity. The result? Stupidity doesn't just feel easy, it feels democratic. It convinces us that ignorance is more real, more relatable than intelligence. And in a world obsessed with relatability, That illusion wins every time. Before we continue, please take a moment to like this video. Your support helps more people discover these ideas. And if you're enjoying this journey into the mysteries of the mind, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Now, back to the video. If stupidity feels accessible, algorithms make sure it becomes inescapable. Social media isn't designed to promote truth or wisdom. It's designed to keep you watching, scrolling, clicking, and reacting for as long as possible. And what does the algorithm reward? Not accuracy, not depth, but engagement. The more outrageous a video is, the more people comment. The dumber a trend looks, the more likely it is to be shared. The more shocking a headline reads, the more it gets clicked. In this system, stupidity isn't an accident. It's a strategy. And over time, the system trains us. It feeds us what provokes a reaction, not what expands our mind. We begin to crave quick laughs instead of real insight, hot takes instead of meaningful discussions. The algorithm doesn't care if stupidity makes us weaker, less thoughtful, or more divided. It only cares that we stay glued to the screen. And so, ignorance spreads, not just because it entertains us, but because machines have learned how to weaponize it. Glorifying stupidity isn't harmless. It changes the way we think, the way we act, and the way we see the world. When ignorance is celebrated, critical thinking erodes. We begin to accept shallow ideas as truth, to follow the crowd blindly, and to value spectacle over substance. Dangerous behaviors go viral. Misinformation spreads faster than facts. And serious issues get reduced to memes, jokes, or trending hashtags. It's easy to dismiss this as just entertainment, but the consequences are real. A society that applauds ignorance struggles to make informed decisions. A society that confuses noise for knowledge risks losing its grip on reality. And slowly, we all start to forget that thinking, learning, and questioning are what made humanity capable of progress in the first place. Stupidity isn't just being laughed at. It's shaping the culture. And if we don't notice, we become complicit in the collapse of thoughtful discourse. But it doesn't have to be this way. Even in a world glorifying stupidity, intelligence still matters. Wisdom still shines. And those willing to think critically are quietly becoming the rebels of our time. Every meaningful movement in history started with people who refused to follow the crowd. They questioned what everyone else accepted. They sought truth even when it was uncomfortable. They valued substance over spectacle. In today's world, choosing to think deeply, to read, to reflect, and to question is an act of resistance. It's a rebellion against the noise, the trends, and the shallow applause. And it's the only way we can hope to reclaim a society that values knowledge over spectacle. The next time you scroll, pause and ask yourself, what am I rewarding with my attention? Am I cheering for mindless entertainment or supporting ideas that matter? Don't let algorithms decide your mind. Don't let trends dictate your values. Read, question, think, share ideas that matter, because the future will belong not to those who entertain us, but to those who wake us up. The world glorifies stupidity. Don't join the circus. Be the one who turns on the light. And if you believe more people need to hear this message, do me a favor. Share this video with someone who needs it, and subscribe for more content that challenges the noise and dives deeper into the truth. Let's build a community that values thought over spectacle. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.